They keep popping up these little windows in there. So we're trying something because I'm having issues with my Chromebook and with my computer here. I made a video on Saturday and it kind of killed my Chromebook. I'm not sure what happened about that. Try and tell me something. But I wanted to kind of explain what's been going on for the last 5 months. And yes, Bearheart has a lot of opinions, so you'll just have to deal with it. When I came back to Arizona, I had to take a kind of, I consider like a temporary job. It was a 4 to 6 month assignment to help somebody, a new company, audit their inventory because it had been messed up when they first started. So she wanted it done accurately. And it was, like I said, a 4 to 6 month project. And it took a lot of time, a lot of overtime, a lot of negative energy. Because when you go in to do an audit, the consensus is, and this was being done for the bank because she was trying to get a business loan, that when somebody comes in to do an audit, gotta love technology. My other phone danging. You have everything that person needs when they get there to complete the audit on time. You have all the records made available, all the invoices, everything. And if they've done a count, hopefully, that it's written down so that you can verify it. After 4 months, I had had enough because they still refused to give me the invoices needed. And I couldn't do much. Yes, I could say, okay, you have that, let's get that wrapped. I have a count of that, I have a picture. But they had done a lot of this last year before I was hired. And they had one room just full of racks and racks, in front of racks, with all the artwork, all the big, huge bowls. And they didn't bother to count it. Silly people. So after 4 months, I was fed up. Hello, Miriam. I'm just trying this out to see if it'll work better than my computer. But I also want to explain what was going on. So after 4 months, I had said, I've had enough. You guys aren't cooperating, so I'm going to make June 2nd my last day. The owner of the company happened to be in Florida at the time, and she's like, could you please stay a couple extra days so that I can talk to you? And I foolishly agreed. And I say foolishly because of what happened next. So, and I came into work on June 3rd, and I was greeted with what the hell are you doing here? Your last day was supposed to be yesterday. Not good energy in a company that's trying to get their feet out there. And this is the kind of energy that I had been dealing with for 4 months. Well, that day when I left with my computer, because the owner wanted me to come out to her house the next day so she could talk to me privately, I took my computer, my notes, everything I had. Well, negative energy has a way of presenting itself, especially when you have several people inflicting that energy. And I went down the stairs. I went down very hard. My whole left side of the body was like in extreme agony and pain. the left ankle, the left knee, the left wrist, and the left elbow. I ended up in urgent care. And had to go for x-rays because they wanted to make sure nothing was broken. Well, lucky me, my funny bone, yep, broke it. And luckily my wrist, knee, and ankle were just severely sprained and strained. It took a few weeks, but they finally healed. The elbow, still working on. So we agreed that, for my protection, my health, I was ending it no matter what. She agreed because, of course, again, with a broken elbow, you can't pick up anything over 5 pounds. So my orthopedic surgeon told me. So that is what's been going on. A lot of negative energy. And as a spiritual person, as a person who works with energy a lot, I do not like to put out videos with anger, frustration, or any kind of negative energy in the videos, because they're teaching videos, they're uplifting videos, they're guiding people to certain things. So my job ended last week. Mutual. It's like, I can't do this anymore. And she agreed. You can't, because you can't pick the things up. I wish I should have. So now we are back home. And I found out the hard way, because I have a cat. He's 17 pounds, Bearheart. You can't pick him up with just one arm. It's like impossible. So I'm having to relearn how to do things, trying to pick up his cat litter and dump it in the cat box. Yeah, that was kind of fun to try to figure out how to do that. So as little by little you realize how much you use both your arms. Even if you're right-handed or even if you're left-handed, you still need both arms to do a lot of things. But going forward, and this is what I was talking about in the video that still refuses to upload on my other computer, I was saying that now that I'm home again and just working with my stuff, there's going to be quite a few more videos coming out. I'm back to doing the weekly card draw for the collective, which I did yesterday, which didn't post either because I was, other computers. So I did it today. And one of my friends who happened to see the video said, "You're sideways." And I was like, "What?" I said it was, So that video did get posted this morning because I had to redo it on my phone. And of course, when you put the phone this way, apparently when you upload it to YouTube, it turns it this way. So I had to find a different tripod and try it this way. Hopefully I'm in the right direction so I'm not sideways. But going forward, I'm not going to promise it because sometimes life gets in the way. But I'm definitely going to be doing more videos. And if I have to do them live, I will. But they're going to be bringing in some of the spiritual aspects of what it really meant on going down the stairs and hurting myself so much. Because I, again, broke a boundary, broke a promise that I had made to myself that I was not going to stay beyond a certain amount because I was tired of the hostile work environment. I was tired of the negativity, and it just makes it challenging to go to work. And I didn't listen to myself. I didn't listen to spirit. And I said, oh, just a couple more days will be okay. It wasn't. And so I'm putting together videos on meditations. I'm doing some meditations, but also videos to teach people how to set the boundaries, how to make sure that you don't cross them, and that you listen to spirit, that when they say enough is enough, you say okay. And it was also another lesson, which is another video that's going to be going up with a meditation on, even if you start a project, if you can't finish it, it doesn't mean you're a failure. You might not have been there to finish it. You might have been there to teach a lesson or to learn a lesson. You just never know. But we have been taught, especially if you're in my age group, that you always finish what you start. That if you quit, you're a failure. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. Because, like in this particular instance, I wasn't there to actually finish that particular job. They had a couple people in that environment that were creating so much hostility. As a transformational catalyst, it was my job to uproot them. So before my last day last Tuesday, one was fired and one quit. So now she can move forward with a cleaner slate, more positive energy when you don't have all that negativity around you. So that's what we're going to be doing going forward. We're going to be doing a lot of meditations that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be videotaping them. They're also going to be going into the book that I'm working on meditations. I'm going to be posting some shamanic journeys to the lower world, the middle world, and the upper world to help you guys be able to tap in to finding your power animals, your spirit guides, and just when you have actual really deep questions that you can't get through just a simple meditation. I'm also going to be starting to post, videotape and post the moon meditations that my mentor and I used to do when he was still alive at the spiritual bookstore that we both worked at. And they're really kind of cool meditations. So we're going to be doing that. I'm going to start putting those on the channel for you guys to listen to. And of course the books, because I'm still working on the Power Animal series and now the meditation book, along with rewriting the healing the healing workshop classes that he used to teach. I'm pulling all this, my information that I put into the books out and putting them in my own books, because of course he's been gone since 2008 and it's not being taught anymore. So I'm taking everything that I contributed to the workbooks and to his program, and we're going to reshift it into more of mine. So there's going to be a lot of things going on, but I wanted everybody to know what had happened, why I've been kind of missing in action for a while, because it was just too much work. Sometimes I was working 7 days a week and there just wasn't time for the videos. There wasn't the energy. And then of course, once I fell, I was in too much pain and I didn't want that to come across on the videos. So I am healing. It's only been a month since I broke the elbow. So it still hurts, especially if I sitting here typing on the computer too much. So I had to put the pad back on it. But I wanted everybody to know that there will be more stuff coming, and I hope you stick around to learn, to listen, to grow, and to teach me as well, because I don't know everything. I just know what Spirit tells me, what they show me, and through many, many years of practicing spiritual awareness, I'd like to share it. And this is my way of doing it as a doctor of metaphysical sciences, as a metaphysical minister, to share my knowledge so that people coming along behind me have something that they can grab onto and say, oh my God, I just went through that, or I'm going through that right now. What can I learn to help make things and get through the energy easier and quicker? So that's why I wanted to come on. Like I said, the video, I had done like a 20-minute video on Saturday, and it's still sitting out there in YouTube twirly whirly land. So I figured I'd try it again, see if I could get it upright this time with a different phone so that I could come on and let you guys know what was going on. And I also want to always to remind you to walk in beauty. And if you're not aware of what the meaning is, it's a Navajo, it belongs to the Navajo way. It's one of their sayings that they use during the ceremony. But when you walk in beauty, it means you're walking the path of love. So that's one thing I always remind everyone, is to walk in beauty. Always come from a space of love, compassion, empathy, because negative energies, hatred, anger, it won't get you anywhere. And you always have to remember that what you put out comes back to you tenfold. So you want to be putting out as much love into this world as you possibly can, because it will come back to you 10 times or more. So again, I thank you all for stopping in to listen to what really happened and why I've been missing in action for the last few months. But look forward to more videos, more meditations coming up. Moon meditations will be coming up. As I get closer to the books getting finished and published, I will let you guys know, because they're very important to me and important to humanity as a whole, that we really walk the path of beauty, walk the path of love. So if you like what you see here in the other videos, please hit the like and subscribe so that I can, you'll be notified when new videos pop up, and that we can share the message even more greatly than it already has been. So I want to thank all of you for stopping in today to listen and watch, and I will talk to you very soon. I'll probably be coming up with another video or two this week. So I want to thank you all for being here. And for those that see this afterwards, after it's finished posting and whatnot, welcome, and I hope you stick around for more. Thank you guys, and remember, always walk in beauty. Bye for now.